You should have been like, did you change numbers?
That happened to me too.
It could have.
That's happened to me too many times.
You have to find out ways to do it. It's helpful if you have someone else with you. That's really helpful because then you could introduce, hey, this is, and then you save me. You then go.
No, I would snitch on you.
He would fail me.
No, for sure.
Yeah, he would fail me.
1,000%.
You would also fail me.
100%.
But if it was like me and Christian, that'd be fine. Because I'd be like,
you don't know this man.
You don't know this guy.
He's anarchy incarnate. I'm telling you.
So never mind. All three of you would F me up. Never mind.
Chris, do you think anyone would remember me from high school?
I think so. I think some people. But you're pretty aloof, though, as like a personality.
Aloof.
Yeah. You're pretty aloof as a personality, not as a person.
Trey would be
They
like,
probably remember your face, but they won't remember your name.
Trey would be like, this is my friend Victor. And I'd be like, what's her name, Trey?
Literally in her face. Bro.
What's her name?
So what's her name, Victor? Trey, what's going on? I don't like you. He's a terrible friend. But anyways, you should totally introduce yourself to him. He seems like an awesome guy.
Yeah.
You know, I thought he was my friend, but he's not, as you could see. So just go ahead and introduce yourself. And I'm sure you guys would end up being friends.
You should also introduce her to a lot about nothing.
That was a really good segue.
I got you, bro.
Honestly, he gets better and better every single time. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Say less, man.
Indeed.
You know who I am. I've been in the game.
He out here.
Yeah.
He out here.
Welcome back to a lot about nothing. This is. I'm calling it now. By the way, I don't know if I don't think I told you guys. You gonna say something?
No.
Okay. This is our last episode of the year.
Dang.
Wow. Who would have
Dang.
guessed?
That's facts.
Yeah. Well, we still had another week.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's
Ooh,
that's the time in between Christmas and
it is
National Hangover Day.
Ujima.
Yeah.
Collective work. So, it's a Kwanzaa thing. Sorry, we're trying to celebrate it for collective work and responsibility. Ujima.
There you go.
That is the
Sounds
Wednesday.
Japanese.
Also, the fourth night of Hanukkah.
Yeah. Also, that's happening.
Fire.
All the holidays, y'all.
Welcome back to All About Nothing, where we talk about expensive social topics. Everything we say here is for jokes and just our opinion. Nothing we say here is a reflection of ourselves, IRL. So, do your own research and don't hold us to anything we say because it's all jokes. All jokes.
I mean, if it's about politics, I'm speaking my mind. I ain't gonna lie to you, fam.
Except if it's about politics because Edward's going to speak his mind.
I got to do it. Come
on. Episode 106. Today we're doing a kind of like another multi-topic episode.
Awkward.
Because he caught us in the middle of holidays. So no thoughtfulness for you guys today.
That's not true, y'all. We are very thoughtful, except on the start of this podcast. I swear by the time we get going, there will be thoughtfulness in it.
Not this time.
Yeah, not right now.
My name is Crest. Over here we have
Trey the Third.
Over here we have
Victor.
And over here we have someone who's been aloof his whole life.
Aloof.
Yeah.
Christian.
Someone who I haven't been able to get on the spot. I had to catch him in the area.
In between continents.
In between continents.
Facts.
In between continents. In between states.
Jet setting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Moving out.
To make an appearance.
That's strong.
Welcome, Christian. Right.
I try. I'm trying to.
Yeah. Trey, how you doing, my boy?
Man, thank you for asking, Chris. I really appreciate that, man. Things have been good, man.
Yeah. How'd your art thing go?
It was so freaking fabulous, man. I ain't gonna lie. It was like a wild amount of fun. There's a lot of awesome people because like the birthday was one thing, but then the art show, the open studio night or whatever. The artists all come downstairs. We will talk about our art, why we do it, why it's important to us, what it means. And it's more intimate ones. You had to like RSVP. So it wasn't like hundreds of people.
You had the schedule with you?
Indeed. It was a couple.
I wouldn't even got on the list, huh?
I swear.
Nah.
The unfinished work from the private collection.
Yeah. Precisely.
I see.
Yeah, all of literally my most cherished friends were at my birthday one, so I was like, I ain't gonna force y'all to come to the exact same thing.
I mean, we were also at home at.
Yeah, you were all at home at anyway, so I couldn't go to home at. I was very sad about that.
I see.
But it was awesome. I'm very glad we got to do it. No complaints, man. It went very well.
That's fine.
Great practice at talking about my art as well.
I like it. Victorina?
Which is more important than the art itself.
Yeah.
Talk to him.
A bar, perhaps?
Victorino, besides your headache, are you
nursing it? Getting there.
I see.
Good.
I see.
Tomorrow's my last day of the year, so.
Oh, nice.
That's pleasurable.
Yeah.
Wait, till January?
Till like January 5th.
Jeez.
I took all those days off.
Damn. Living life, this guy.
That's strong.
Yeah, I only had a 3-day week because I took Monday off because of home ed.
Oh, yeah, too. Me too.
That's
yeah,
funny.
yeah. I got Friday off, yeah.
And then Fridays are technically we have off for Christmas.
Ish.
Christmas things.
Yeah.
So I just took the rest of the year off.
Blessings.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, buddy.
Christian, my boy. Besides being a jet setter, how you doing?
I'm just coming back from took the whole World Cup off.
I see.
Hey,
that's true.
let's
Yeah,
go.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
That's true.
What was that like?
Bro,
man?
talk to me about San Sebastian.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, we have the food capital of the world.
Yeah.
We're eating cuisine of which you can't even conceptualize. These are the ancient foods of the Basque people.
Good God.
From a language that is not connected to any other language in Europe.
Uh-huh.
The only indigenous language in Western Europe.
I
That is
see.
exciting. Oh my God.
I see.
Euskara.
Mm.
And we're it is a paradise of food.
Really?
We're eating sea urchin.
Jeez.
I have always wanted to try sea urchin.
It
Holy
is
crap.
delicious stuff.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, some
Mixed-
of the stuff you posted was really weird. I'm like, wow, this is interesting.
Yeah, mixed with
Delicious.
crab. Their local wines, they call it chacoli. They pour it from the top of their arm's reach to break the wine in the
yeah,
glass.
Yes.
Um,
Takes an expert to do that too
Yes.
without spilling.
That's exciting.
mushrooms with foie gras and one
Foie
egg
gras.
yolk.
Huh.
Evenly soaked across all of the mushrooms.
Mhm.
The most Michelin star restaurants per capita in the world. This is no one works.
Wow.
No one ever works, and everyone goes out to eat
How does
every
the
day.
economy boom? Is it all
my
tourism?
It I think it's tourism. I think it is like wealth is so embedded there. They have marble streets.
Yeah, I'll do it.
It's on the beach. The royal family of Spain spends their summers there.
Wow.
So yeah, we have a little unknown paradise.
That's
That's interesting.
pretty powerful. Okay.
Oh, man, now I gotta think about a Spain trip.
Because Christian only travels to places.
No,
such
of course.
as this.
Yeah,
of course.
yeah,
of
yeah.
course.
Of course. We have to say eccentric no matter what.
Cress. How are you doing?
Thanks, man. Thanks for remembering.
I
Listen,
was making
Christian.
sure, bro. I was making sure it was good everywhere else. Okay, I'm just sorry. I'm just making sure. We
Christian,
out
if you
here.
haven't heard the podcast in a while, Trey often forgets to ask me how I'm doing because I'm
A villain.
of course, in many forms, but sometimes he remembers, and these times warm my heart. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I got the AC fixed at my house, thank God. But like I said, we weren't dying.
that was
it's
cool.
winter.
Cool. Yeah, it's
It's
cooler.
winter.
Just
We're
wait till
fine.
summer. It'll break again, man. It's
Yeah.
Oh, why would you say it? Why would?
because
you put
ours
that
is
on
going to
me?
break also, Victor. Everyone's is going to
So
break.
I should
It's
suffer because you
Florida.
suffered.
Wow,
A villain
that's
indeed.
really boomer. of
Strong,
you.
I was about to say,
A villain
damn it.
indeed.
Strong boomer vibes. Yeah, strong boomer
That's
vibes.
really, yeah. That's, I went through this, so that means this next generation
need
should
to go
also.
through
it. Yeah.
That's all right.
What's
worst.
worse, your car AC breaking or your house AC breaking?
Oh, home,
House.
dude.
Home?
I want to. I don't.
Home.
I hate
Yeah.
sleeping while sweaty, bro.
Yeah, it's the
Okay.
worst.
It's one of the worst feelings.
Yeah, it's the worst. For
I'll,
sure.
I'll drive with the windows down happily.
During the summer?
Yeah, you wilding out. I don't know about the summer. I don't know
Nah,
about
I'll
the
suck it up. I'll suck it up. I'll just like bake in the car a little bit, instead of new hot air blowing through and then baking me while I move. I don't know. There's really no.
I mean,
There's
either
no
one's
good way.
bad,
Yeah, it's
but
just
the
bad.
home one is like
That's horrible.
But you could put like not a fan because you're only moving hot air, but you could put like a
Yeah, the
little
portable
AC or
things.
something like
sure
that.
you could put like the window AC.
Yeah.
But you can't do that in your car.
No,
No.
No.
Yeah, I
It's
mean-
not the same.
you could put a fan in
could.
your car, but it wouldn't.
Technically, you could.
Yeah, but it'd be useless. How are you gonna power it?
You get like a little conversion.
You
like
can get a
outlet
little
thing,
adapter.
Yeah, no. For all intents and purposes, my air's fine now. It's all good now. I can't complain. I'm making strides in my documentary. I gave myself a strict date of January 20th.
Yeah, okay.
All right, because I'm
Yeah.
I'm done with some cuts.
I believe
Uh-huh.
you, man.
I'm working on the fight cut for you and Mel,
Moist.
and I'm working on the parade cut.
I'm excited.
So once that's done, I'll try to get the sound correct. DaVinci just came out with this brand new the new update came out with this what's it called? Vocal enhancer.
Mhm.
So peak. So good. It helps me out so much because we fucking filmed outside.
Yeah,
so all those people,
a lot.
It's hard for me to do that in DaVinci.
Do you have like a stylistic inspiration for the documentary?
No.
Do you
not
watch
necessarily.
documentaries?
Sure. Yeah. It's just with the resources I had, I couldn't even come close to whatever it is I wanted to.
There aren't enough Ren Fair documentaries out there.
That's what I'm saying.
We need more like reenactment documentary. I'm not saying there's none. Because I saw a really cool one that was about like was it not Australia? It was, I can't remember the reenactors. It was somewhere in Europe, but I think they were like reenacting like the Landsknechts or something. And it was the Landsknechts were like German mercenaries who like fought against the Janissaries. And it was a really cool reenactment group. And it was a documentary about like why it's important and the history it teaches and how it helps the Balkans like regain their history that was taken by the years of war and all the good stuff. But anyways, it was a really cool documentary.
Yeah, it was all handheld pretty much. Wow, Siri, why? Siri.
Oh, thanks, Siri.
She's the worst, by the way.
Thank you, Siri. I appreciate
You
you.
turn it off.
She's the worst because even on my phone, she does the same shit. Yeah, it was all pretty much handheld because I wanted to get more of like a realistic feel because I didn't tell anyone to say anything. I just kind of followed them around like a shadow. I wanted to be kind of like Vice-ish, where most of the stuff is handheld. They're like following someone around like a guide or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So some tripod shots, but they're not as dynamic. Like the fight scene your man had, it was on a tripod. I didn't like it. I like the best shot I got was the last day.
Oh,
the one I was like shooting.
Oh,
I was in the circle with you guys.
I remember
trying not to get hit by a sword. Yeah,
that was pretty pleasurable.
Yeah.
That was fun.
That was the best shot I got. But I'm almost. Hopefully, I could finish that up by January 20th.
Hopefully, you're better at release dates than me.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I will talk a little bit about that too. I'm also thinking about doing a keto diet for next year because I don't know. I just feel like my body. I'm getting older. I have a nephew now.
Just know
I gotta stay healthy for him.
that it is not a lifestyle and it is instead a phase. Just know that.
Yeah.
Because there are people who are like, no, I only ever do keto. I'm like, you're gonna die.
Right.
You're
not
going
a
to kill
sustainable
yourself.
diet.
It's not sustainable.
Yeah.
I
It's
want
a
like,
transitionary diet.
Yeah.
that's what I'm looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm looking for something to kind of like transition me into like a life change.
Christian disapproves. Christian disapproves strongly. You should not eat outside of the food of your people.
Don't worry.
That should be what.
Yeah,
you
the
eat.
food of my people's killing me.
Well, no, it's just
It's just too much.
you just have to do it in moderation.
Yeah.
You know,
It's just too much. But also, I know it's not. I'm not saying I'll never eat carbs again. You know what I'm saying? It's just it has to be less now, like way less than what I eat now.
Okay.
So my mom's gonna be sad because she tries to feed me every
So
week.
what you gotta do is
She called me this week and she's like, "You gonna pick up food?" I'm like, "Nah, it's a short week. We're about to go to Jacksonville. I don't need any food." She always sounds so sad when I tell her no.
Listen, bro, just
So-
meat and veggies, bro. Meat, veggies, and like the good
So
stuff. And
I have to
occasional.
start somewhere because I have to give my body some rest because I feel like I have a lot of pains. I feel like could go away with just some weight loss.
I'm telling you, bro.
So-
I don't know about this keto thing. All I'm saying is, bro, just it's carbs, bro. Just cut out.
I never see people
carbs
try to convince
as
me
much,
not
bro.
to be healthy in my life.
No. It's not convincing you not to be healthy. It's convincing you not to do keto, which is, I feel it as neat. It's great, cool. The carb fighting, great. You can also just acknowledge where carbs are in your meals and just take some rice out, take the mac and cheese out, take
Sure.
the noodles, and then just stick to like meat. And
But that's the
beans.
idea of keto. You
No,
just
but-
explained it.
So you
Never mind. Go ahead.
you can't have like a little baguette in the morning though.
No,
in
I
this
can't have a
thing,
baguette. No, I have
You
to
see,
What's the point of
I have
that?
no
Look at our
desire
bread
for
for a
that.
What's
little
the
while.
point of this? Come on now.
You know, like
You have
I have to
one
cut out
life to
bread.
live.
you just lessen.
And I'm trying to live it longer.
You just lessen significantly the amount of carbs.
Right.
I'm not a person who's like, I'll
But I'm
never
not-
eat carbs again.
But I'm saying I'm gonna like kind of mix it into my lifestyle. You can't just go cold turkey keto.
Okay.
It's difficult. You can't do
Guys,
that.
I'm going to stop being a bad friend.
Yeah,
You're
man.
right, Cress. Honestly, I support you in
I
this
need to hear that
endeavor,
more from you, by the way.
And I'm
I need to hear that more from you.
Cress, you're right. I approve of what you're doing. I
Thank
think
you.
it's going to be great for you.
Thanks,
And I
friends.
think it'll be an experience like no other.
Listen, when I come here looking sexy, right? And I get to the
Sexier.
Sexier. That's important.
sexier,
Important.
and I get to the Ren Fair and they stop talking to you, I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear nothing. Because I
Trust me,
warned you
bro.
already.
Listen, bro, we are 2 out of like 22 black people. There,
Right.
so I promise you, there's
Yeah.
enough to go around. Don't
I
worry.
see.
I will not be jealous. I want more glorious, beautiful brown and black people at the Renaissance Festival.
Agreed. Whole Matt. We went to Holiday Matsuri anime convention
Exciting.
last weekend.
I was
It was
not
a very
able to go.
interesting time. I really went there for the food
Mm-hmm.
because we ended up going to Tori Tori
Mm-hmm.
for dinner that one night, and I had too much because I paid for it the next morning. But Tori
Worth it.
Tori was
Worth it.
excellent.
Worth it.
Excellent. The drinks, excellent. The food, exquisite.
I love Tori Tori, man.
Exquisite. Maybe not San Sebastian level.
No, absolutely not.
If we're talking like Orlando cuisine, like high Orlando cuisine level,
It is regarded
yeah, we're there.
this year with a Michelin, not a star, but a
Rating.
like a star.
A
Yeah.
review.
Yeah,
Yeah, so-
it is indeed. I saw it on the wall, on the
Yep.
on the window. So that was excellent. That was a great night.
Interesting. I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Yeah, Orlando this year only has 3 restaurants with a Michelin rating or a Michelin star.
Really?
One is a Italian place near Disney, forget the name, and then the 2 others are smaller sushi places.
Really?
One of them I really like. It's called Cadence with a K.
That's fire. That sounds good, actually.
Very, very good spot.
You know what I just learned about? Actually, I just learned about the Gaylord
Palms Resort.
Palms Resort.
Mm-hmm.
I just learned about that because my coworker's wife took his kids there, and they're gonna meet him there
Mm-hmm.
for Christmas.
What is?
It's this ridiculous resort, by the way. It's huge.
Is it in Orlando?
Convention
It's in Orlando.
center.
It's at convention center.
Oh.
Resort.
I was there for.
I never heard of it until like this week.
Yeah, known for Christmas type
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was there
That's awesome.
for a work expo.
Mm.
I forget when, but
Oh, okay. I've never been there. It looks expensive, and I don't know about
there's
it.
a water park in there too.
Yeah, it's on the inside.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's
Well,
crazy.
that sounds amazing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
more you
Victorino,
know.
man, how did you feel about Whole Map?
It was good,
Yeah,
really good actually. It was really crowded this year because again they're thinking like they're saying next year is going to be the last year at that
Oh, at that spot?
spot.
Because they need
Interesting.
more. They need more space.
More space 'cause there's.
It's bigger, yeah.
I will say this is probably the best run home mat I've been to.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Other years it was kind of rocky, especially with the parking. Although the parking line was long, like the first day, it was handled a lot better than
I see.
previous years.
How large is the convention center? Is it like as large as MegaCon? Like, okay, I
Smaller.
was curious.
Small.
I've just never been, so I didn't know.
It's actually probably one of the smallest conventions I've been to.
No,
what.
For me, yeah.
for you maybe.
Yeah, one of the
How
smallest
is it
I've been
compared to PAX?
PAX is way big.
Oh, okay.
PAX is massive
far
compared
bigger,
to Home Mat, yeah.
One more time. Was PAX? Was that in Atlanta? No.
No,
so-
it was-
There's
it was in
3
Boston
different
last
packs,
year, but
there's east, west, and south.
West is coming up. in
South got
Seattle.
canceled.
Yeah,
South got canceled, and East again in next year in Boston. yeah.
Boston.
Always
Yeah.
in Boston.
okay.
Which I was thinking about going to. Christian said we have to get the media pass so that he can go backstage
So,
in Xbox.
You can. You should. Just saying.
So I'll look into that.
Totally should do it.
Yeah.
Be pretty hype.
100%. That was cool with Whole Mat. All the nerds came out. Everybody. And then I think Ingrid would have loved it. Actually, I think you would have loved Whole Mat. Yeah.
What were your favorite cosplays that you got to see? Did you completely forget all of them because you were taking pictures of them, and so you were mildly disconnected?
I was
from
doing a
the-
vlog, yo. I wasn't
visuals?
even like. I'll
Yeah.
tell you what. One of my favorites was the Bob Ross.
I saw the picture of that.
Yeah,
that
that was the
nice.
Bob Ross one. By the way, if you guys haven't seen our vlog on YouTube, it's just YouTube at a lot about pod. You can see it on there. And I have to post a part 2. Part 2 is pretty small because we didn't do too much that second day. But yeah, go ahead. You know what I realized about YouTube? People have a hard time subscribing to things. And I only know that because I have a hard time subscribing to things. Because I watch something and YouTube will recommend it to me like every week. And I watch it every week, but I don't subscribe to it. And I noticed that about myself. So now what I've been doing is I've been subscribing to things that I watch every week. And I don't know why no one subscribes to these things, but it's like they're you have to tell people to subscribe all the time, and they just don't do it still. But then they'll watch the video.
We live in
and
a
I guess
society.
the view is what counts. But also they measure the likes and the subscriptions and the yada yada.
We live in
yada.
a society, man.
Yeah, and the analytics.
What are you gonna do?
So much.
Chris is trapped in the matrix.
He's going
big
through it right now,
matrix.
bro. It's okay.
The
It's
big
okay.
matrix. I'm trying to get out like Neo, but it's tough.
It happens, man. It happens.
Yeah.
What was your schedules for both days? Like when
No
you guys
schedule.
get
No
up?
schedules.
So when did you guys like get there on the first day? Did you guys just all trickle in as you woke up, or did you guys plan a time to get there?
Well, we really
Loose.
Yeah, super loose.
Very loose.
Yeah.
This year, past years I've done like scheduled times where like I'll wake up here, go to these things at these times, and I'm like, this year I'm just like, I don't care. I'm
Yeah.
just
Winging it as you
Good.
go.
I didn't
run.
even think about panels until like nearly the last day.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't really. It was like that Saturday night. And I'm like, all right, maybe I'll check out a panel.
Wait, hold on. How many days was the event? Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, or Saturday?
Was
Sunday,
it Thursday
or?
too?
Thursday, not
So much.
technically.
Yeah.
Okay,
But it is Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
it's like the con days. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
cool, cool.
yeah.
Did you guys? What panels did you guys see?
I'm glad you brought it up, brother.
Oh! I wasn't watching. I missed the bit. What happened? Oh, they're not
Yo,
going to tell me it's an
all right.
inside joke. Hold on, let me learn.
It's not an inside joke.
Oh, it's an outside joke.
We went to probably one of the weirdest panels. Did I go to 2 panels or 1? May have been just this one. But we went to this weirdest panel I've ever seen in my
Was it a
life.
hentai panel?
It was indeed.
My dog. I mean, that's
It
wild.
was
Wow.
history of hentai.
That's amazing, actually, and I would love
You
to
must
see
have
that.
stumbled in it by accident.
100%.
Pure accident.
100%.
Bryce.
We couldn't have planned this.
What do you mean? Come on, no one
We couldn't
meant
have
it.
planned this. And it was only definitely just for the history, only for the,
Yeah.
yeah, for the historical knowledge, just
Of
so
course,
I could be a better,
a researcher. Yes,
yeah,
very important.
Better man of the world.
yeah, better man in the world.
if you
So-
will.
We so first of all, we get in. The lights don't turn off, so that was one thing. So no one could really see the
Maybe that's for the
projector.
better.
That's
That
peculiar.
probably was for the better because Ash got uncomfortable and she left. But they started when they said history, it was history. We went from like I don't know what dynasty of Japan
Oh,
to like painting.
I see.
To
Erotic
where-
artwork and everything.
Yeah.
It was the
Artwork.
16th century.
Yeah,
And then we
It
nuked
was-
them, and
yeah.
then they changed art style altogether. Yeah, that's
and
true.
then when I first got there, I followed the guys, and then they called my name, and I won a book.
Yes, he did.
Yeah,
Yes, he
I won
did.
a book, which is like the history of hentai.
Again, he stumbled across this
yeah.
accidentally.
Well, I usually like to support these smaller
Yeah,
guys.
yeah,
So when
yeah.
I followed them, they called my name. Like, who's the Kula? I'm like, yo. He's like, yo, here's a book. I'm like, oh. So he just randomly called people out during things. So now I have a history of hentai book. I think it's
all
in
these
my bag.
all these fortunate events. That,
Yeah.
that occurred.
It's just a series.
All my
just a series.
coincidence.
Come
It's just
on,
a
man.
series of fortunate
Look, man,
events.
it's just literature.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's just literature.
I have one main question.
Oh, God.
that pops out
Okay.
with this topic. Was the crowd full of sophisticates?
Absolutely not.
Were there
Not even
were there
close.
learned folk? In that
Yes.
crowd? Yes. There were.
This crowd of people. What put me off kilter is usually with crowd people that talk about this certain things, they like skirt around the topic or subject matter. People in here didn't give a fuck.
No.
These people did not hide their power level at all.
Right. They showed you exactly who they were.
These people laid everything out there like an encyclopedia.
Right.
There was Buddy in front of us.
Oh, God.
This random dude is like, it's my first con, and I'm like, cool, man.
Pasty white man.
Pasty white
Pasty.
boy.
What was the demographic in this?
Pasty white man.
Ah,
Yeah. It was hit and miss. It
Was
like
it more men than women?
absolutely.
I'm trying not to, be.
Why?
course.
Why? I gotta know the percentage. Like,
Yeah.
Stop the topic.
Would be like 70% men,
No.
90%
It's like
men.
90.
Yeah,
10.
90-10.
90
10.
damn.
I was gonna say 80-20, but
That's rough.
90-10 is more
It was
accurate.
like 90-10.
Yeah. It's more accurate.
That's rough.
Yeah. It was a
that's
lot.
rough.
And I don't know why they were cheering for things when they came out on screen.
They're trying because they know. What do
It
you
was
mean,
just,
bro?
some of it was just like some because one of the announcers like, I think he showed something that was like censored, and he's like, oh yeah, I don't know the code for this or anything, but this is what they were doing back in the day. And then one dude turns around and he's like, oh yeah, it's on this website. I don't remember what website he said, we turned around. He's like, yeah, it's this website, this
Everyone
code.
in
And
their-
I'm like, what the fuck?
Their phones.
Like, what is
Everyone
this
knew
by
already.
head?
All right, so
Research.
like
Skills.
to what level of I'm trying to come up
Discreet?
with the most
Not rated R?
civil word. What level of deviance?
Ah,
What level of deviance was occurring here? Would you invite any of these men to your house?
Absolutely
No.
not.
No.
No.
Not even considering.
Would I invite
No.
any of these men to a public place? No.
Yeah, I'm trying to like work my way
No.
out.
No.
If
No.
any of these men, could any of these men be your coworkers?
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't shake their hands.
Especially after that event?
Yeah.
No, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
Wait. But this begs the question: did you shake the hand of the man who gave you the book?
Absolutely not. No.
Thank you, guy. Okay.
No.
Bag.
I only received
Luckily,
literature.
the book was like plastic.
The
wrap.
it was definitely
Sealed
plastic
plastic
wrap.
wrap.
Important.
Unopened.
important. No
Unopened.
usage. No usage
Pristine.
before.
Yeah.
Yes, that matters.
You pulled that.
Unsoiled.
He pulled it out of his backpack.
Oh yeah, I got this one for you, man. It's quite all right. You can give it to the next guy.
Yeah,
It's
it was
fine.
a very, very
My bag's full.
weird. Informative, kinda, to be honest, but also incredibly weird.
I'm glad you had the experience.
Yeah.
There was
Wouldn't
like,
recommend.
well, it depends.
And who you are.
It was if you go in there, I don't know.
Don't. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend.
Just
I would go.
man.
I would go in
understand.
there looking for entertainment.
Right.
That is about all my expectation of any
Right.
con.
Although
ever is.
there was this one dude about halfway in that sat down in front of us that
That guy was annoying.
started pissing me off.
That guy was super.
Was he like
annoying.
talking the whole fucking?
Yeah,
Sorry,
he's like
yeah,
one of those
Curse.
look at me,
Sorry.
pay attention to
The
me
me guys,
and then
yeah.
he kept turning around and inserting himself into my conversation.
Right,
with
right. Looking
either
for
Cress
confirmation. Yeah.
or Ash next
Yeah.
to me. I'm like,
I don't know who he was. He came late, so I didn't.
That's weird.
But wait a second, I'm following the logic, and I'm gonna go one step further into the logic. By you being in this room,
Are you now one
are
of
you
them?
now those people?
No, sometimes you have to be in your enemy's domain to understand them.
It's
Domain expulsion. I feel you, bro. It's
Yeah.
okay.
it's
I feel you, man. You gotta-
Education comes in many forms.
that's right.
So, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
It is what it is.
Progress is not always linear.
For real.
Sometimes
Absolutely.
you have to go a few evolutionary steps back.
Jesus. I'm sorry, guys. Remember, guys, just because like hentai doesn't mean you are automatically a neckbeard or a mouth breather. It just means you need to make sure you're not a neckbeard or mouth breather, and don't be one of those people. And then also appreciate hentai for what it is.
Also,
Entertainment.
go outside.
Yes.
Touch some grass.
Yeah.
Grass is important. Also,
For all intents and purposes, home mat was fun. It was a good time. Really went for the food. The food did not disappoint. I tried not to spend too much money because it's also Christmas. And
Did
also
you end up
have
spending a
to
lot of money?
No, I didn't.
No, he was good.
okay,
no.
good.
And I also
I know
have to
Rutherford
buy
did.
gifts.
Rutherford.
Rutherford
Oh,
went
Rutherford
hard.
went crazy.
They went crazy.
Yeah.
Every con is getting them, bro. They're gonna make.
He's gonna go to
put him-
every con.
They're gonna put him out of business.
He's going
bro.
to the one in January in
He is.
Miami.
Oh, Otaku Fest. I'm
Yeah.
going with him.
When is that?
January 14th, 15th. I
Nope.
think.
No, too close.
I'll be in
think
Vegas.
Might be
Yeah.
13th, 14th, 15th.
I will
actually.
be in Vegas.
Listen, speaking of going places, I'm thinking about a Boston trip for my birthday. I want to go back and visit the East
Well,
End.
I'm gonna lose friend points. So when is your birthday?
30th.
Thank you so much. Of what?
January.
That makes more sense. Thank you.
Jesus.
Wow.
Mine is 50.
Yeah, I know.
Mine is 50.
Yep.
Yeah.
Went down
Be
there.
anywhere.
Yeah, I was thinking about going back to it.
Why did that?
East
Yeah,
End or
I
something,
mean, this is gonna be a plug for Boston.
Do it.
Speak of the elegance.
chill.
Speak of the elegance.
Oh.
America's most elegant city.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. Whenever I'm there, I feel pretty comfortable there. Although I have heard bad things about racism in Boston, I have not experienced it.
That's
And
the
I don't
thing?
wish to experience it.
Oh.
But where we were, it was very good, very nice.
Just
What was
city
that,
of a city of learned men
Yeah.
and women.
Well, that's what my automate name is, Hamza Faki. It means learned gentleman.
It's true. It
And I'm
does.
sure if you
Turkish.
just
It
if you
does.
tell anyone that, you don't even have to tell them what language it's in or what it means. That's how educated they are.
That's how
Except for that
educated.
one lady who got mad at me for asking for wheat bread at the.
Oh yeah, you went into this Italian. So in Boston. Okay,
wow.
this is gonna go into story time.
Okay, go ahead.
You were calling me the anarchist. If there's like anyone who has no respect for the ways of society, it's Cress. We go into
Yeah, that's fair.
in-
That's fair. That's fair.
okay. In Boston, there is their version of Little Italy.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is the Italian immigration from the early 1900s. They arrived in Boston. So you have that old New York style turn of the century look to it, filled with Italians. And so everything is, Italian language, all that stuff, Italian people.
Yeah.
And so I take him to one of the hidden gems. So
Literally hidden. It's behind an alley.
Yeah. We're walking through, and I'm like, go in this alley. And it's
It's cool, bro. I've been here.
Trust me, bro. Go in this alley. We go. There's this old Italian lady, and they have a bakery next to a deli.
Super authentic. I like this.
And so it's in Europe. Or at least in Southern Europe, mainly, they have like one or two types of bread. There's this wheat bread,
Gluten free.
like none of that. It's like two different types of baguettes, pretty much.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, but at the deli, it's like the sandwich shop. You don't ask for. This isn't Publix.
Right.
You don't ask for types of bread. You don't ask for custom subs.
You get what they got.
They have 4 things on the menu.
Right.
You get Italian tuna, which is with no mayo, which shocks a lot of people, but it's good. It's fresh tuna and stuff like that. You have Italian sub. You could get like eggplant parm or whatever. So he goes and he tries to customize his sub.
I only wanted wheat bread. It wasn't even much of a customization. I just wanted to see if they had a different type of bread. And she gave me the stinkiest eye I've ever seen.
You insulted the whole institution.
The whole culture.
She said, "What you said?" I'm like, "Can I have wheat bread?" She's like, "What? No, only white." And I'm like, "Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine."
Disgusting.
And when I tell you, because she was like super angry.
Heated.
She first of all, she barely spoke English, which she doesn't need to. It speaks for itself. So no one really asked. And I asked for wheat bread. Oh man.
Crap, how would you do this?
I insulted her whole family.
Now, see, that's the
whole
rule,
lineage apparently.
Look, that's the rule I learned like a long time ago. When you're going somewhere else, like, don't do the customization thing. Get the food
I understand,
as it was intended.
but we are also in America. It's also Boston, and I understand the little Italy part.
No, it's
out of my home, bro. Out of my state. Out of my city.
Bread really just comes in. I know it's not Publix because I didn't ask for like whole grain or like multi whatever that is. I just thought white and wheat. That's like regular.
No,
anyway,
it's not the way the white is cooked and baked.
It's baguettes over there.
Yeah, that's
I didn't even like the baguette. I didn't like it for a sandwich.
That's when I knew that Cress was trapped in the matrix. He was trapped deep in the matrix.
It's too tough to chew for me. It's too tough. Otherwise, it was a good sandwich. It's just the bread itself was a lot too tough. I'm like, man, this wouldn't happen with wheat.
That's hilarious. I'm so sorry.
Duh. Yeah, sorry to that lady. Yeah, I probably won't go back there.
I almost said, what are your favorite genres of food? But I don't think you call it genre.
What?
I said, what are your favorite genres of food? But I realized you probably don't say genre. So my bad.
Probably not.
What are your favorite, I guess, just types of food?
Don't have one. To be honest with
What
you.
are your favorite spirits of food?
I like that.
Yeah.
That's also a nice one.
I don't really have one.
You obviously do.
I'm open to
'cause you
many
don't
foods.
Eat, baguettes. So I feel like yes.
Well, I didn't know I didn't eat baguettes until the lady gave me the evil eye.
Then I will say, what are your preferences?
My preferences, man, I don't know.
Sushi, meat, vegetables, Italian.
I don't know, and that's also an issue that I don't know.
Awkward moment.
My relationship with food is so weird.
But didn't you love this? It seemed Japanese, right?
Yeah, I thought you liked Japanese food.
Oh, Tori? Yeah, it was excellent.
Okay, so that
There's one preference. That's where you start.
Sure, but that doesn't mean I prefer Japanese food.
Ramen?
I like the food there.
This man doesn't
like
stop
ramen
talking
too.
about ramen.
That's not
Of
true. I do
course.
stop talking about ramen. It's just when Ingrid talks about it,
That's a preference, Chris.
I mentioned ramen 365.
You say that's a preference. I like ramen.
Sure,
Okay.
but preference makes it seem like I like this above other things.
No. It doesn't. It means that things exist, and as you discover things that you really like, it is now part of your preference. And like you now, if there is a bunch of options of food, and I see one that I'm like, oh, is that a mango?
When it's done,
That's a preference. I will get that.
when it's done well, does your heart skip a beat?
That's a good one also. Yeah. That's
No,
a good one.
my heart doesn't skip a beat, but I
The
get,
man at Ramen 365. You looking at him, your heart skips.
He was
a beat.
offended.
Oh yeah,
He was offended right
for
now, bro.
Saito. Yeah, I'll skip a beat for Saito.
Come on, bro.
For us, yeah.
I was trying out, dude.
So
Like,
not for Saito, Hiro.
like
Hiro.
some
Hiro.
like I know that happened to me when I had what was it? When I had pho for the first time.
Pho.
Pho, yeah,
It's
dude.
an upward inflection. when you
Pho.
say pho.
Pho.
Don't force it. It's
Thank
tough
you.
because you don't speak Vietnamese. I also don't speak Vietnamese,
Pho.
but it's supposed to be like an upward inflection. I don't know.
I'm getting wiser.
Vietnamese is a very tough language.
I was very
Any
happy with
tonal language is
Yeah.
hard to pick
Yeah.
up.
it. Yeah, Americans suck at all forms of intricate
Yeah, tonal
languages,
languages are
honestly.
tough.
And
English
picking
is one of
bread.
the worst languages.
Yeah. Wait, what did you say?
I said and picking bread.
Yeah, I guess so.
Also tough.
If it doesn't break your jaw off, it's not good bread.
You get better genes.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
He said you need better jaw genes, I guess.
That's where you nerds saw Avatar.
I did.
Yeah, last night.
Yeah,
Got back at
last
2
night.
a.m.
I totally
Hold
did.
this. You saw it?
I totally
I'm seeing it tomorrow night.
Yeah,
You haven't seen it? Tell me about Cameron.
All right. Okay, let me tell you about James Cameron, and then I'm not gonna say anything about the movie.
Right.
But should I speak on sentiment?
Sure.
Sure.
Okay. All right. James Cameron
Mm.
is when I was younger, I was more snobby.
I'm thinking to myself,
In like how you critique things, you mean?
I'm
Or
like, more?
how you judge things?
Yeah, how I judge
Is this
things.
less?
I was yes, this is much less.
Much
This
less.
this is the humble version.
That's fair.
So I didn't like James Cameron, his everyman style of he brings that everyman character to an epic scope.
Yeah.
right.
Nowadays, I think that he is probably one of. I mean, he's maybe there are 2 or 3 geniuses as on his level of his time. You look at The Terminator, which is changed science fiction.
Yep.
Oh,
You look at Aliens, which is changed the action genre.
Yep.
I like
Titanic, dude.
I like The Abyss.
yeah.
Abyss, Flames. My God.
Then you look at True Lies, changed the action comedy, or was a high level version of the action comedy.
Yeah.
And then Titanic is then we have
The romance
the
story,
James
yeah.
Cameron film now.
Yeah.
Can I
Like,
stop you there for a second?
Yeah.
I learned something about Titanic.
You say slap or
I
slap
learned
you?
that the iconic boat scene where they're on like the edge of the ship and she like opened up her arms and they do the whole the song plays and all that jazz. I learned that tape was very tough because they weren't getting a sunset the whole time they were taping. But then Cameron he found a day where he noticed the sun was going down. He's like, oh, we're getting a sunset. So they had to scramble because they were packing up for the day, but they had to scramble, restart everything, get all the actors back together. And what's the actor's name? The lady, the girl?
Kate
Winslet.
Thank you.
She was the one that was like, let's get the shot.
Yeah,
Let's
she's
get the
amazing.
shot." And she pushed everybody to get the shot. The first shot they took, all blurry. Couldn't do it.
Someone got fired.
Yeah.
So they did it again, and it was half blurry. And that's the shot you see in the movie. And apparently, if you watch the movie again, you pay attention, it's kind of half blurry.
Interesting. I
thought that was
did not know
very
this.
interesting.
That's
But
cool.
you had to get the shot.
I like those little things of like film history, man. I really love like the story behind like little shots like
Yeah.
that, or like the behind the scenes when the actors like talk about like working with their directors or on set together. I love little things like that. After watching Avatar, I went home and
It takes so much to put good art together.
for sure. There's like a behind the scenes like 40-minute video on like the making of Way of the Water and like how
They
the
have a
actors did.
series on Hulu about it.
Totally watched it all. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I just want to learn who the kids are. Like, this is great. I actually want to learn like the actors and actresses behind the kids, like all the new characters. And Kate Winslet was freaking tastic in the film. Like, I'll say right now, dude, like he makes classics. And as much as people are going to try and complain about, oh, well, maybe it's not too complex, or I'm like, I don't care, because in 40 years, people are going to watch all of these movies and be like, they're still great. They still hold up. There's still an obvious point and sentiment and like theme that anyone of like any race or culture, whatever, can get behind and understand what they're trying to do. Yes, you can be annoyed that it is a very, it is a trope story, period. Like this is hero, like there's a father, a mother, their kids, and the kids go through all of the children be childrening. That's what happens in stories. That's what they do. I'm trying not to like tell the story. Also, my bad. Dude. It's
But
so hard.
that also leads me into like one of the things that ruins storytelling is that people want to surprise people.
Right.
And instead, most good things that you could do as a storyteller is just tell the tropes.
Just
hit
do the tropes.
Yeah, just
There's
hit
no
the
need to
story
reinvent the wheel.
and just do it as expected.
Right.
Yeah.
And
There are
it's
trusted
probably the
things.
right thing to do.
There's a reason
Yeah.
they're tropes. A cliche is when a trope is done poorly.
Poorly. Yeah.
But like every story ever has already been told.
Yeah.
So like, just tell it.
Tell it.
Sometimes you just
Yeah.
gotta tell what is happening. Like,
Well,
the
you're
kid's
in your own
angsty,
way,
that's
yeah.
what it is.
But I'll say that my review, I've been saying this since yesterday. My review of Avatar, Way of Water is no one makes a bad movie as great as James Cameron. That movie was trash.
Interesting.
But I love so many parts of it.
Interesting.
The story is as basic as you can possibly be. The visuals are some of the most phenomenal you have ever seen on screen. And it was the exact same with Avatar 1. It was the most basic trash story. Actors acted their butts off, but it's exactly what you think the characters are going to do is what the characters are going to do. But it is in the really beautiful aesthetic of this cool world.
I will say that with Avatar 1, it was a simple story. Avatar Way of Water was 8 different movies. Avatar 1 was one movie.
Yeah,
Avatar Way of Water was 8 different movies.
a lot.
Like
Yeah,
maybe
man.
4 of them done well. Everyone could pick 4 of those 8 movies that they liked. And then 4 of them are just some of these things were just unforgivable. Some of these movies were just trash.
This is good to know, actually.
Like I'll tell you, man. Like if you go into it expecting a super deep story, you're going to be disappointed. I went into it expecting a movie that is meant to be something watched in 40 years and it has a story that every age can understand. It is the most accessible form of filmmaking. Everyone from like 5 years old to like 90 years old can watch the movie, understand what's happening.
Right.
There isn't some wild, deep, complex thing. There's maybe a couple classic acknowledgments of like Shakespeare and like maybe like a Moby Dick type of concept where, Captain Ahab story. But like that, again, that's not even telling anything. It's obviously Way of Water. There's giant whales and there's humans who are like assholes. That's kind of what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But it's made accessible. That doesn't, like I said, it's basic. It's not that it's bad. I don't think it's bad. I think that it is very simple and anyone can watch this movie.
So it's nothing like Nolan.
No.
No.
Yeah.
Don't even compare.
Yeah, so it's nothing like
But
Don't even compare, bro.
James Cameron has done. He's usually been in that caliber.
I was just
not
about to
this,
say.
not this outing.
Yeah.
And one thing that I don't think it ruins a story because I think it's pretty obvious with all the marketing and the PR, is that he marveled it. He didn't tell a complete story.
Well, isn't that on purpose? Because don't they have a couple more coming out?
There's a 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah.
But open and close it.
Right. I get it. All right.
And
'Cause,
that
I mean-
that would have forgiven a lot of things. If they opened it and closed it, it would have wrapped up a lot of those movies. A lot of those movies are half movies.
Yeah.
Or quarter movie.
Yeah, no, I will say I don't know. I think he had the beginning of it, he had the middle of it, and the ending I do think wasn't wrapped up as much as I might have liked it to be. But I guess it's hard for them to really find where to end it and then to start
it
the
again.
next movie. Maybe.
I mean,
Stop it. We'll talk about this after, bro. Because there's so much of it I'm trying to bring up, but like,
No, you can talk.
I don't want to spoil it at all, dude.
No,
Like,
yeah, I know. All I'm talking about is there have been harder stories to figure out where to end. Like Lord of the Rings. Like, where does it end? Like,
yeah, thick facts. Like, yeah, okay. I rescind my last statement. Okay, fine. No, that's factual. It's such a simple story that like any of the problems, I guess I'm really trying to come up like this. It's simple. It's just simple.
I mean, if we're talking about like the 2009 one, that one
The first
changed the
Avatar?
game too. And I'll tell you what it changed was 3D.
All it changed again,
'Cause
the same
everyone-
with this one. It is simply the cinematography.
Yeah.
that is like 50 out of 10 for this and the past movie. Bro, when I tell you there are multiple scenes where I'm looking at and just like legitimately in awe at like, holy shit, like I am in the timeline of human history that I get to watch something this
Incredible.
beautiful on TV.
Right.
Like when I see the graphics underwater, literally I'm sitting there, I'm like, bro, that's why it took 10 years. They had to breed this alien whale so that they could properly videotape it underwater. Makes complete sense. James Cameron, continue. I know you got to wait a couple more years.
Underwater, by the way.
Oh, I synced.
Yeah.
I synced, dude. When
That was interesting.
Okay.
The graphics, surreal. Like, I promise to God.
I would never see this movie in 3D.
I
though.
swear to God, no, you need
You
to.
have to. You have
I
to.
swear
No, I would
to
never
you.
see this in 3D.
You are literally missing out on an experience
I
like
have to
no
see
other.
this in like Dolby Vision.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry
Or
for
like
your loss.
4D.
Dolby Vision 3D is the way that James Cameron intended.
Yeah,
Not
I see.
IMAX. I
Yeah.
saw it in IMAX last night, but it was shot with Dolby
Yeah.
to that
Interesting.
format.
No, there were a couple of times where I thought like my glasses or my eyes were having a problem. But I was like, oh no, it's just mildly blurry because I know
The frame rate went
Yeah,
up.
I know it's
a
not
ton.
meant for this.
Mm.
Like you said,
Oh, they upped the frame rate.
They ramped the frame rate to 60.
because it's real life, bro.
60?
Listen,
Yes.
this
Yeah.
man,
48. I'd say
That's still
40.
kind of high.
this man's is trying.
I guess it is meant for
to
3D.
show you
Yeah.
these aliens that he grew. I keep trying to tell you, these are not.
Yeah.
This isn't CG, bro. He literally grew these aliens and had to like safely CG the actors,
Yeah.
so they could exist next to the alien whales. All right, like. My God, the graphics, dude. Like, I don't care about the story. I need everyone
The
to see
graphics.
it because the
All right.
graphics are like where video games are going to be eventually.
But the
Like,
the Avatar Way of Water gameplay wasn't there.
We'll talk about that in a second.
yeah, story mode slacking, bro. Story mode
We'll
slacking.
talk about that in a second because
Multiplayer was on point. Story mode, I don't know about it. I don't know if
a new Avatar game is actually coming out.
humans enter the fray, bro. New challenger.
Well, now that you tell me that they doubled the frame rate, I might go see it in 3D.
Please,
Do it.
Cress, please see it. Like,
It's worth watching.
Just watch it for the visuals, man. Like, I do not care about the story.
Okay.
The characters are neat. They're cute. It's fun. It's a classic, like, family movie. I ain't gonna lie. Nateri was murking some fools, bro. She went like Assassin's Creed Valhalla at one point. I was like, Queen, go off, okay? But
Don't go crazy. Don't go crazy.
the cinematography, okay? Please watch
Speaking
it.
of games, talk to me about the what was the temperature like in San Sebastian when Messi finally got what he wanted?
Oh,
I was in Madrid.
Oh, you were in Madrid?
I was in Madrid for the final.
Interesting.
You know I'm always on the move.
I know. I know. I should have known better.
a man of travel.
I should have known better.
I was in Madrid. They closed down the streets.
Of course.
There was police everywhere. Argentina has a presence in Madrid.
Yeah.
They're sister cities.
Yeah.
Argentina jerseys everywhere, cars honking throughout the streets, like forming their own parades. The whole city just turned into a party. And it's nothing compared to Buenos Aires. I actually imagine that Miami probably had a decent showing.
Probably, yeah.
Um,
I wasn't there. I was at the con. I was watching in Orlando.
But the Madrid police were definitely ready for that
Yeah.
night. They were partying till
Still are.
They
They
didn't
probably still are partying, bro.
No, they're still partying.
Like,
Argentina's still celebrating.
I flew out in the morning. They were still going.
yeah,
I mean, they're
dude.
being assholes about it, but I mean, I guess.
Why would you
Amy
not be,
Martinez,
bro?
I didn't think he was that much of a
What are you
dickhead.
talking about, bro? Football is a literal religion. Of course they're partying still,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
Like their
yeah.
God just won, like
Yeah,
Earth.
yeah.
Okay, like come on.
Crest
They-
is not
they
like
probably have-
Argentina.
I know. I'm sorry.
Not a big Argentina guy.
I'm so sorry.
Love some of the players, but the attitude is so bad.
I have heard.
You don't like the Latin Americans?
Not at all.
Ending
Not at
on
all.
top?
Not at all. Not at all. Because first of all, this
South
eclipse,
America?
He said he
this
hates
this
South
great
America. I heard him.
eclipse. This is why the European
Hates
game
it.
is so
You know
much
they don't
more
have
advanced.
wheat bread there either.
Fools.
He said, "X him, bro. I don't want him no more."
So I all have high blood pressure.
He said, "Build the wall." He said, "Build the wall, bro." I heard him. He said, "I don't want to talk to him ever again."
Build it out of wheat bread.
Build it out of wheat bread, bro. Jesus. Let him know where we at, bro. This is America.
They totally
Wheat
eclipsed
bread.
Kylian Mbappe's
Jesus.
expert performance, world class.
Why would I care about his
Ballon
his
d'Or.
happiness or his
Ballon d'Or in the coming years. I call it now. As soon as he leaves PSG, he'll win something.
I don't care about his joy or suffering while he's where he is. It's not.
Don't worry, he'll come to you soon. He'll be home soon.
I mean, then he then he'll be like family.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
He'll be home soon.
Peculiar.
But yeah, it was interesting to watch. Because as soon as we went to penalty kicks, I already knew it was over for France. Because first of all, Kingsley Coleman went up first, second. He went up second. I'm like, oh, this is not looking good at all.
I have a question. Of course,
he missed
penalty kicks after. No, I have a question about penalty kicks.
Of course,
after.
Kingsley missed, and then we had Chouameni come up. I'm like, this is his game. Of course, he missed. So it was. I already knew it was over.
The Madrid DNA didn't show up.
It didn't show up at all. So I already knew it was over as soon as we went to PKs. But excellent game, one of the best World Cup games I've seen in a long time.
So I'm very
End to
simple.
end.
Please forgive me. When do the penalty kicks happen? And is it something where they're racked up over the game, then all happen at the end, or does it happen throughout the game?
No, penalty kicks are after extra time. So you have 90 minutes of regular time.
Okay.
And then you have, was it 30 minutes?
Okay.
Of, was it 30?
30, you have two halves of
15s.
15 minutes.
Yeah, so
each.
30 minutes of extra time if no one scores. And if then,
no,
if no one scores
if
after.
the score remains the same so they
right.
could, as happened in the final,
Right.
which led to the intensity and why it is considered one of the greatest games ever played. And they
Right.
both scored
in extra time,
which is extremely rare.
Very, very rare.
Okay.
Yeah. So they both scored up to 3.
Damn.
So
Okay.
it was 2-2, and then Argentina scored, and then is that when we got the PK?
It was
handball?
Argentina and then France.
Right.
And then so 3-2.
Yeah.
And then
And then
3-3.
Okay.
Then,
Thank you. I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
and then if it doesn't, after extra time, if there's no winner, we go to penalty kicks until there's a winner.
And Ingrid was at the bar with me. She couldn't. I was all the stats, all the mathematics, and all the probability of every event going off.
Yeah.
I was locked in for that.
Yeah, Amy, I mean,
this is
No, 'cause
Yeah.
that's like, again, I apologize any fans who now flame me for not knowing all
You're
this
fine, bro.
football.
This is a learning
But
experience.
yeah, like I know there's a game, and at the end of the game, I was like, great, these people, oh, what is happening? Okay, hold
Right,
on. And
right,
then I
right,
was
right.
like, there's penalty kick. Okay,
Yeah.
this is neat, and this seems more intense, actually, than
It is.
goddamn game. Okay,
so.
hold on.
Penalty kicks would be they go 5 penalties.
Okay.
minimum.
So you can mathematically, once you're mathematically certain to win, they stop the game.
Mm-hmm.
But let's say they're still tied after 5, then it goes single knockout. Your team goes, other team goes.
And if they
At
don't
the
make
end
it,
of that
just
round,
out.
at the end of that round, whoever, if they both make it, continue.
Okay.
If neither of them make it, they're still tied, so continue. If one of them makes it and the other doesn't, game over.
Game over.
Dang. So
It goes to like
Sudden
golden
death.
goals.
Which
essentially.
Crest knows from the Manchester United Europa League final.
interesting.
Unfortunately, yes, I do know that.
I'm sorry. I'm
Actually, we
getting
played
young.
Vincent Company's
My
Burnley
bad.
today.
That's wild.
It's very
Yeah, it's
interesting.
okay. It was a very good game.
A friendly.
Yeah. No, it was a Carabao Cup. Carabao Cup game. It was
So
interesting.
so uncivilized over
Yeah.
here in England.
Yeah.
The more you know.
Yeah.